this interdependence is unusually intense. Not qualitatively different than all families, quantitatively different, more intense. The volume is turned up much louder on emotional intensity. This is the way Bowen expressed it. It's as if family members are living under the same emotional skin. They were so reactive to each other, so behaving in reaction to each other. Something that's not often understood, that this can manifest itself in people being very distant from one another, appearing to be very distant and disconnected. Or it can manifest in people being all over each other, where it's very clear they're all entangled. But I think you'll come to understand distance is a way of dealing with the discomfort associated with too much intensity. It's a way of dealing with it, a mechanism of coping. But a family that appears distant can be just as intensely intertwined as a family that appears intensely intertwined. And the next thing we'll return to is that this interdependence, ironically, can be, on the one hand, health-promoting. As human beings, we require this attachment, this dependency, this connection to function well. Evolution has made it so. We do not exist in isolation. At the same time, it can be illness-promoting, that very interdependence. And I'll talk about how that happens later. All part of the same package. In the United States, we have a phrase, I can't live with them and I can't live without them. I don't know if you use that phrase here, but I'm sure you use something equivalent because this is universal. Needing the connection, but the problems that go with it. And of course, in Bowen theory, as you move to the extreme, madness can be one of those complications. So also the idea, and I'm making this a broad overview and leaving out a lot of detail to convey impressions, but that it's a multi-generational thing. How do families become intensely interdependent? This would be a family, let's say, that's vulnerable to producing pretty severe clinical problems, but also may have one youngster who comes out of it doing unusually well. Always in families, you have things moving in both directions. That is a product of a multi-generational process. A family doesn't